Welcome to today's program. The American Library Association's Youth Media Award announcements will begin shortly after the announcements of this year's recipients of the Alex Awards. The Alex Award is given to 10 books written for adults that have special appeal to young adults, ages 12 through 18. Sponsored by the Margaret A. Edwards Trust and Book List, and administered by the Young Adult Library Services Association, the awards were first given annually beginning in 1998 and became an official ALA award in 2002. The awards are named after Margaret Alexander Edwards, who is called Alex by her friends. Edwards was a pioneer in young adult librarianship, working with teens for many years at the Enoch Pratt Library in Baltimore. She served as an inspiration to many librarians who serve young adults. This year's 10 winning titles are Caring is Creepy by David Zimmerman, published by Soho Press, Inc. Girl Child by Tupelo Hasbun, published by Farrar, Straus, and Giroux. Juvenile Injustice, written and published by Richard Ross. Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan, published by Farrar, Straus, and Giroux. My Friend Dahmer by Derf Backderf, published by Abram Comic Arts, an imprint of Abrams. One Shot at Forever by Chris Ballard, published by Hyperion. Pure by Juliana Baggett, published by Grand Central Publishing, a division of Hachette Book Group, Inc. The Roundhouse by Louise Erdrich, published by Harper, an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers. Tell the Wolves I'm Home by Carol Rivka Brunt, published by Dial Press, an imprint of the Random House Publishing Group, a division of Random House, Inc. Where Do You Go, Bernadette by Maria Semple, published by Little Brown and Company, a division of Hachette Book Group, Inc. For more information on the Alex Awards, including a list of vetted nominations, please visit ala.org/YALSA/booklist/Alex.
Good morning. I'm Carolyn Brody, President of the Association for Library Service to Children, also known as ALSC, the world's largest organization dedicated to the support and enhancement of service to children in all types of libraries. Welcome to the 2013 announcement of the American Library Association's Youth Media Awards. It's great to be here in Seattle to share with you what has become known as the premier event for the recognition of books and media for children and young adults. I would like to welcome members of the media, our publishing colleagues, and other guests. Also, thank you to the committees who had the challenge and the thrill of selecting today's selections and winners. I would also like to introduce someone who many of us know and have had the pleasure of working with. She is at the helm of the oldest and largest library association in the world, with a membership that exceeds more than 60,000. Please help me welcome Maureen Sullivan, President of the American Library Association.
Thank you, Carolyn, and thanks to all of you. It's a pleasure to join you this morning at this prestigious award ceremony. I've followed the Youth Media Awards throughout my career, and it is a real privilege to participate in today's announcements. One of the highlights of serving as ALA president is to be among the first to know which video, audiobooks, books, and authors have been selected to be honored as the best of the best. Today's announcements illustrate one of the fundamental and very important roles that librarians and library staff play in empowering parents and caregivers by providing materials that will encourage children and teens to become avid readers. I hope to find today's titles in public and school libraries across the country. Our youth deserve easy access to the wealth of good resources written and published just for them. Maintaining funding for school libraries, public libraries, and libraries of all types is the key to transforming lives through literacy and lifelong learning. On behalf, thank you. On behalf of the American Library Association and its executive board, I want to thank the members of all of the award committees. These individuals worked diligently to select today's recipients from among many choices. I'm confident that today's selections will continue our efforts to raise a nation of readers. I would like to begin our announcements by introducing the Schneider Family Book Awards. The Schneider Family Book Awards, donated by Dr. Catherine Schneider, honor an author or illustrator for a book that embodies artistic expression of the disability experience for child and adolescent audiences. This award is given annually for the best children's, middle school, and teen book. This year's winners are, for Best Young Children's Book, Back to Front and Upside Down, written and illustrated by Claire Alexander, published by Erzman's Books for Young Readers, an imprint of William B. Erzman's Publishing Company. Stan is excited about making a birthday card for his principal, Mr. Slippers, until he discovers that he has to write a message. For him, letters come out back to front and upside down. Stan learns that asking for help, a little coaching, and a lot of practice make for success. The recipient of the Schneider Family Book Award for Best Middle Grades Book is A Dog Called Homeless. Written by Sarah Lean, published by Catherine Teagan Books, an imprint of HarperCollins Books. A year after her mother's death, Callie, a fifth grader, has stopped speaking when no one seems to care about what she has to say. When her family moves to a new apartment, Callie meets 11-year-old Sam, who is deaf and blind. Through her friendship with Sam and the mysterious appearance of a dog, Callie finds her voice. And our final award for Best Teen Book is Somebody Please Tell Me Who I Am, written by Harry Mazer and Peter Larangis. Published by Simon & Schuster Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Simon & Schuster Children's Publishing Division. Ben surprises everyone by enlisting in the Army after his high school graduation. When his convoy is caught in an IED explosion, Ben suffers a traumatic brain injury, resulting in memory loss and other disabilities. His 15-year-old brother Chris, who has autism, becomes a critical catalyst to Ben's recovery. I would like to thank award jury chair Marilyn M. Irwin and her jury. Will you all please stand and be recognized? Our next award is the Stonewall Book Awards. Mike Morgan and Larry Roman's Children's and Young Adult Literature Award. This is sponsored by the Book Awards Committee of the Gay, Lesbian, Bisexual, and Transgender Roundtable. This award is given annually to English language books of exceptional merit relating to the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender experience. The committee chose 4 honor books. They are drama, written and illustrated by Raina Telgemeier and published by Graphics, an imprint of Scholastic Inc. Gone, 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 written by Hannah Moskowitz and published by Simon Pulse, an imprint of Simon & Schuster Children's Publishing Division. October Morning, a song for Matthew Shepard, written by Leslia Newman and published by Candlewick Press. And Sparks, the epic Completely True Blue, almost, Holy Quest of Debbie, written by S.J. Adams and published by Flux, an imprint of Llewellyn Worldwide Limited. The winner of the 2013 Stonewall Book Awards, Mike Morgan and Larry Roman's Children's and Young Adult Literature Award is Aristotle and Dante, You all know the title. You all know the title. But I must say, Aristotle and Dante discovered the secrets of the universe, written by Benjamin Alaire Sainz and published by Simon & Schuster Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Simon & Schuster Children's Publishing Division. When Aristotle meets Dante in 1980's El Paso, it seems impossible that they could ever be friends. Each is everything the other is not. Upper class, working class, light-skinned, dark-skinned, gay, straight. But as they get to know each other, they become inseparable. Together they learn from each other, learn to trust, to overcome, and reach out and accept whatever the universe has in store. I would like to thank Award Committee Chair Amanda Clay and her committee for today's selections. Please stand and be recognized.
Thank you, Maureen. I would like to remind everyone that a press release listing all of today's winners will be available immediately following our presentation on the table just outside this room. Also, selections are featured in today's issue of ALA's conference publication, Cognotes. You can also visit the ALA's Youth Media Awards press kit at ala.org/YMA for a list of today's winners and other announcements of notable and distinguished books and media for children, teens, and adults. Now I would like to introduce John de McNair, Chair of the Coretta Scott King Book Awards Committee, who will announce this year's selections for the Coretta Scott King Book Awards Committee.
Hello, I'm John de McNair, Chair of the Coretta Scott King Book Awards Committee. The Coretta Scott King Awards commemorate the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Mrs. Coretta Scott King for continuing her husband's work. The Coretta Scott King Book Awards Committee, a division of the American Library Association's Ethnic and Multicultural Information Exchange Roundtable, administers the awards annually. Our first award is the Coretta Scott King Virginia Hamilton Award for Lifetime Achievement. The award is presented in odd years to an African-American practitioner for substantial contributions to education using African-American winning literature for youth. The award is named in memory of award-winning children's book author Virginia Hamilton. Hamilton wrote more than 35 books throughout her career and received numerous awards, including the Coretta Scott King Book Award, the Newbery Medal, and a host of others. The recipient of the Coretta Scott King Virginia Hamilton Award for Lifetime Achievement is Demetria Tucker. Quote, through consummate dedication and nurturing, Demetria Tucker has for more than 30 years served as an inspiration for children and their families in Virginia's public and school libraries, end quote, stated Award Committee Chair Pauletta Brown Bracey. Demetria Tucker has served as Youth Services Coordinator within the Roanoke Public Library System and Library Media Specialist at the Forest Park Elementary School, where she was selected as 2007 Teacher of the Year. As Family and Youth Services Librarian for the Pearl Bailey Library, a branch of the Newport News Public Library System, Tucker now coordinates a youth leadership program, a teen urban literature club, and many other programs that support the youth of her community. I would like to thank Award Chair Pauletta Brown Bracey and the Coretta Scott King Virginia Hamilton Award for Lifetime Achievement Committee, who made today's announcement possible. Will you all please stand and be recognized? Coretta Scott King Awards, which they honor African-American authors and illustrators of outstanding books for children and young adults that promote the understanding and appreciation of all people. First are the Illustrator Honor Books. The committee selected 3 Illustrator Honor Books. Christopher Myers for Horse, by Christopher Myers. Daniel Mentor for Ellen's Broom by Kelly Starling Lyons. Published by G.P. Putnam Sons, a division of Penguin Young Readers Group. And Kadir Nelson for I Have a Dream, Martin Luther King Jr., by Martin Luther King Jr., published by Swartz and Wade Books, an imprint of Random House Children's Books, a division of Random House Incorporated. Now, the Coretta Scott King Illustrator Award goes to Brian Collier. For I Too Am America, written by Langston Hughes and published by Simon & Schuster Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Simon & Schuster Children's Publishing Division. Brian Collier's picture book rendition of Langston Hughes' famous poem, I Too Am America, is a tribute to Pullman Porters. His trademark mixed media collage illustrations and visual symbolism engage readers, invoking the sensation of movement and the unstoppable changes in our collective American history. The Coretta Scott King Book Awards Committee chose 2 author honor books. They are Jacqueline Woodson, For Each Kindness, illustrated by E.B. Lewis and published by Nancy Paulson Books, a division of Penguin Young Readers Group, and Vonda Michaud Nelson. For No Crystal Stair, a documentary novel of the life and work of Louis Michaud, Harlem bookseller, illustrated by R. Gregory Christie and published by Carol Rhoda Lab, an imprint of Carol Rhoda Books, a division of Lerner Publishing Group, Incorporated. I am pleased to announce the winner of this year's Coretta Scott King Author Award is Andrea Davis Pinckney. For Hand in Hand, 10 Black Men Who Changed America, illustrated by Brian Pinckney and published by Disney Jump at the Sun Books, an imprint of Disney Book Group. 10 well-known African-American men dramatically changed history through powerful personal experiences. Each acted with fervor and rose to greatness through education and how they chose to live their lives. Pinckney's focus on that point makes this a unique and refreshing approach. I would like to thank Dorothy Guthrie and the Coretta Scott King jury who made today's announcement possible. Will you all please stand and be recognized?
Thank you, Jonda. I would like to now introduce my friend and colleague, Jack Martin, President of the Young Adult Library Services Association.
Thank you, Carolyn. Hey, everybody. So when I first walked in the room this morning, there were all these flashy disco lights, and there were flames back here. And I was like, I want that when I go on stage or when I say stuff. But then I learned from the guy backstage that's actually called a ballyhoo. I know Terry tweeted about it earlier. So we want lots of ballyhoo for this, so thanks. So I'm here. I'm the YALSA president, and the mission of the Young Adult Library Services Association is to expand and strengthen library services for teens, age 12 to 18, through its member-driven advocacy, research, professional development initiatives. YALSA builds the capacity of libraries and librarians to engage, serve, and empower teens. YALSA is the 4th largest division of the American Library Association. As most of you walked in this morning, I'm sure you all noticed the announcement of this year's Alex Awards. I just want to ask Rachel McDonald, who's the chair of the Alex Awards, and her members of her committee to please stand and accept the love bomb of the crowd. Thank you for all of your hard work. So, here we go. The Margaret A. Edwards Award was established in 1988. And I just want to point out that we are celebrating a couple of anniversaries, but this year the Margaret A. Edwards Award is 25 years old. So, it's good stuff. And the award honors an author and specific titles by that author for significant and lasting contributions to young adult literature. The award also recognizes an author's work in helping adolescents become aware of themselves and addressing questions about their role and importance in relationships, society, and the world. It's deep stuff. It is sponsored by School Library Journal and is administered annually by YALSA. The award is named for Margaret A. Edwards, a pioneer in youth services. Through her work at Enoch Pratt Free Library in Baltimore, Edwards demonstrated that literature helps young adults move beyond themselves and into a larger world. This year's winner of the Margaret A. Edwards Award for significant and lasting achievement to young adult literature is Tamora Pierce. Ballyhoo! This is like a really long ballyhoo. I like it. Tamora is being honored not just for her fabulous self, but for her Song of the Lioness series, published by Athenaeum Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Simon & Schuster's publishing division, children's publishing division, and The Protector of the Small Quartet, published by Laurel Leaf, an imprint of Random House Children's Books. Tamora Pierce was born in rural Western Pennsylvania in 1954. She knew from a young age that she loved stories and she loved writing. And in 1983, she published her first book, Song of the Lioness. She continues to write and even record her own audiobooks. She currently lives with her husband, spouse, creature, and a myriad of animals upstate in Syracuse, New York. I would like to thank and send out another love bomb to the Margaret A. Edwards Award Committee for their efforts in selecting Tamora Pierce for the Song of the Lioness series and Protector of the Small Quartet as this year's winner. Will Jamie Watson and her team please stand and be recognized? See, I don't have my phone. I wish I could live tweet from the podium, but it's probably a bad idea to like live tweet and talk at the same time because I would stumble over the words even worse than I am already. So, the William C. Morris Award honors a book written for young adults by a first-time, previously unpublished author. The author's namesake is William C. Morris, an influential innovator in the publishing world and an advocate for marketing books for children and young adults. William, called Bill by his friends and colleagues, left an impressive mark on the field of children's and young adult literature. He was beloved in the publishing field and the library profession for his generosity and enthusiasm for promoting literature for children and teens. The William C. Morris Award Committee selected 5 finalists in December. They are, well, y'all already know what they are, but... Wonder Show, written by Hannah Barnaby, published by Houghton Mifflin, an imprint of Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Books for Young Readers. Love and Other Perishable Items, written by Laura Buzo, published by Alfred A. Knopf, an imprint of Random House Children's Books, a division of Random House, Inc. After the Snow, written by S.D. Crockett, published by Fievel and Friends, an imprint of Macmillan Children's Publishing Group. The Miseducation of Cameron Post, written by Emily M. Danforth, published by Balzer and Bray, an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers, and Serafina, written by Rachel Hartman, published by Random House Children's Books, a division of Random House, Inc. The winner of the 2013 William C. Morris Award is Rachel Hartman for Serafina, published by Random House Children's Books, a division of Random House, Inc. When the death of a royal prince threatens the fragile peace between humans and dragons in her world, court musician Serafina is drawn into the murder investigation. But even as she aids Prince Lucian in his mission to uncover the murderer, Serafina conceals a dangerous secret of her own, her half-human, half-dragon heritage. Ooh. All midwinter attendees are invited to attend the presentation of the Morris Award, which is immediately following this reception at 10:30 a.m. here in room 606 of the Washington State Convention Center, where Rachel Hartman will be attending. Ooh, I know, right? I would like to give a big shout out and love bomb to the William C. Morris Award Committee for their efforts in selecting today's honorees and the award. Will Chair Joy Kim please stand with her team and get a lot of applause? Thank you. The YALSA Award for Excellence in Nonfiction honors the best nonfiction book published for young adults aged 12 to 18 each year. The award committee selected 5 finalists in December. They are Steve Jobs, The Man Who Was Different, written by Karen Blumenthal, published by Fievel and Friends, an imprint of Macmillan Children's Publishing Group. Moonbird, A Year on the Wind and the Great Survivor B95, written by Philip Hoos, published by Farrar, Straus and Giroux, an imprint of Macmillan Children's Publishing Group. Titanic, Voices from the Disaster, written by Deborah Hopkinson, published by Scholastic Press, an imprint of Scholastic. We've Got a Job, the 1963 Birmingham Children's March, written by Cynthia Levinson, published by Peachtree Publishers. And Bomb, The Race to Win, to Build, and Steal the World's Most Dangerous Weapon, written by Steve Sheinkin, published by Flashpoint Roaring Book Press, an imprint of Macmillan Children's Publishing Group. And, the winner of the 2013 YALSA Award for Excellence in Nonfiction is Bomb. The Race to Build and Steal the World's Most Dangerous Weapon, written by Steve Sheinkin, published by Flashpoint Roaring Book Press, an imprint of Macmillan's Children's Publishing Group. I just love the ballyhoo. I just can't, it's just like, it's my own private roller disco. In a suspenseful combination of science and history, Sheinkin masterfully exposes the international race to develop an atomic weapon and bring an end to World War II. Period photographs and an abundance of primary sources make this well-researched true-life spy thriller jump off the page. And again, all midwinter attendees are invited to attend the presentation of the YALSA Nonfiction Award, which will take place at 10:30 a.m. this morning here in room 606. Deborah Hopkinson will be attending, so that should be a lot of fun. I would like to thank the YALSA Award for Excellence in Nonfiction Committee for their efforts in selecting all these awesome titles. So would the chair, Angela Frederick, and her committee please stand and accept the love of the audience. Oh my God, I got more. The Odyssey Award is an annual award given to the producer of the best audiobook for children or young adults available in English in the United States. The Odyssey Award is jointly administered by YALSA and ALSC, both divisions of the American Library Association, and is sponsored by Booklist. The committee chose 3 Odyssey Honor audiobooks. They are Artemis Fowl, The Last Guardian, produced by Listening Library, written by Ewan Kofer, and narrated by Nathaniel Parker. Ghost Night, produced by Listening Library, written by Cornelia Funke, and narrated by Elliot Hill. And Monstrous Beauty, produced by Macmillan Audio, written by Elizabeth Fama, and narrated by Catherine Kelgren. And now I am pleased to announce the winner of the Odyssey Award for Best Audiobook produced for children or young adults. It is The Fault in Our Stars, produced by Brilliance Audio, written by John Green, and narrated by Kate Rudd. Kate Rudd perfectly captures the mercurial, that's a great word, mercurial characters of Hazel Grace and Augustus, teens whose chance meeting in a cancer support group surprises them both as they embark on an emotional roller coaster of a journey. And now I believe we are going to be treated to a sample.
There were 5 others before they got to him. He smiled a little when his turn came. His voice was low, smoky, and dead sexy. "My name is Augustus Waters," he said. "I'm 17. I had a little touch of osteosarcoma a year and a half ago, but I'm just here today at Isaac's request." "And how are you feeling?" asked Patrick. "Oh, I'm grand." Augustus Waters smiled with the corner of his mouth. "I'm on a roller coaster that only goes up, my friend."
So I want to thank the Odyssey Award Committee for their efforts in selecting all these amazing titles. Will Terry Lassane, chair of Odyssey, and her committee please stand and receive the love of the audience? I wonder which award is left. Do you guys know? I don't. Ooh. All right. Our next award is the Michael L. Printz Award for Excellence in Young Adult Literature. The award, first given in 2000, is named for the late Michael L. Printz, a Topeka, Kansas school librarian who had a passion for books and reading and a commitment to connect the right book to the right student. The award is administered annually by YALSA and is sponsored by Booklist magazine. The committee chose 4 Printz honor books. Ooh. We're going to get a lot of ballyhoo on this one, I can tell. They are, number 1, Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, written by Benjamin Alire Saenz and published by Simon & Schuster Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Simon & Schuster Children's Publishing Division. Number 2, Codename Verity, written by Elizabeth Ween and published by Hyperion, an imprint of Disney Book Group. Dodger, written by Terry Pratchett, published by HarperCollins Children's Books, an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers. And The White Bicycle, published by Beverly Brenna and published by Red Deer Press. Thank you, good night. Oh, just kidding. And now I am pleased to announce that the winner of the Michael L. Printz Award for Excellence in Young Adult Literature is In Darkness, written by Nick Lake, published by Bloomsbury Books for Young Readers. "15-year-old Shorty awakens beneath the ruins of a crumbled hospital in Haiti, where his weakening mind begins flashing back through his own violent history, the loss of his twin sister, and his mystical connection to Toussaint Louverture, the 19th century revolutionary who helped liberate his country." I would like to thank the Michael L. Printz Award Committee for their efforts in selecting all these awesome books. Will Sharon Grover, the chair, please stand and accept the humongous love bomb from this audience with her committee? Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Jack. And now to the remainder of today's award announcements. The next up is Pura Belpré Award. The award honors a Latina writer and illustrator whose work best portrays and affirms and celebrates Latino cultural experience in outstanding works of literature for children and youth. I would like to introduce Denise Adkins, President of the National Association to Promote Library and Information Services to Latinos in the Spanish-Speaking, Reforma. She will announce the awards in both English and Spanish.
Thank you, Carolyn. It is a pleasure to be here with you today. The Pura Belpré Award is co-sponsored by ALSC and Reforma, an affiliate of the American Library Association. Reforma works to recruit bilingual and bicultural library professionals and support staff, and supports the development of library services and programs that meet the needs of the Latino community. Gracias, Carolyn. Es un placer estar hoy aquí con ustedes. El Premio Pura Belpré es copatrocinado por ALSC y Reforma, afiliada de la Asociación de Bibliotecas de los Estados Unidos. Reforma trabaja en el reclutamiento de profesionales y personal de apoyo de biblioteca bilingües y biculturales, y respalda el desarrollo de servicios y programas de biblioteca que satisfagan las necesidades de la comunidad hispana. Now on with today's announcement. Y ahora pasemos a los anuncios de hoy. The Belpré Committee selected no honor books for illustration. El comité del premio Pura Belpré no seleccionó ningún libro de honor en la categoría de ilustración. I am pleased to announce the winner of the Pura Belpré Award for Illustration is Martín de Porres, The Rose in the Desert. Illustrated by David Diaz, written by Gary D. Schmidt, and published by Clarion Books, an imprint of Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Publishing Company. Y ahora me complace anunciar que el libro ganador del premio Pura Belpré de Ilustración es Martín de Porres, The Rose in the Desert. Ilustrado por David Diaz, escrito por Gary D. Schmidt y publicado por Clarion Books, división de Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Publishing Company. Capturing both historical fact and legend, Martín de Porres, The Rose in the Desert, is the illustrated biography of the first African heritage saint of the Americas. Diaz's luminous mixed media illustrations complement and expand the story. Diaz expertly uses color, perspective, and contrast to portray Martín's gentle spirit and miraculous abilities. Martín de Porres, The Rose in the Desert, que capta tanto los hechos históricos como la leyenda, es la bibliografía ilustrada del primer santo de origen africano de las Américas. Las luminosas ilustraciones en técnica mixta de Diaz complementan y amplían la narración. Diaz usa el color, la perspectiva y el contraste con calidad de experto para reflejar el espíritu noble y las habilidades milagrosas de Martín. The committee selected one Pura Belpré honor book for text. El comité seleccionó un libro de honor Pura Belpré en la categoría de narración. The Revolution of Evelyn Serrano. Escrito por Sonia Manzano y publicado por Scholastic Press, división de Scholastic Incorporated. Written by Sonia Manzano and published by Scholastic Press, an imprint of Scholastic Incorporated. This year's Pura Belpré Award for Text goes to Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, written by Benjamin Alire Saenz and published by Simon & Schuster Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Simon & Schuster Children's Publishing Division. Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe brings readers the tale of the 15-year-old loner Aristotle Mendoza and his friendship with Dante Quintana. Saenz exquisitely captures the story of two boys on the edge of manhood. By addressing issues of identity, friendship, family, and love, Saenz pushes beyond geography, sexuality, and cultural identity to create a truly universal novel. Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe narra a los lectores la historia de Aristóteles Mendoza, un joven solitario de 15 años, y su amistad con Dante Quintana. Saenz capta con exquisitez la narración de dos jóvenes en su transición a la adultez. Al tratar los temas de identidad, amistad, familia y amor, Saenz se remonta más allá de la geografía, la sexualidad y la identidad cultural para crear una novela verdaderamente universal. Will Pura Belpré Award Chair Charmette Kuhn-Kendrick and her committee please stand and be recognized?
Okay. Thank you, Denise, and muchas gracias. Our next award is the Mayhill Arbuthnot Honor Lecture Award. Each year, an individual of distinction in the field of children's literature is chosen to deliver the Mayhill Arbuthnot Honor Lecture. The lecturer prepares and presents an original paper that makes a significant contribution to children's literature. The 2014 Arbuthnot Lecture will be delivered by Andrea Davis Pinckney. Andrea Davis Pinckney is a New York Times best-selling writer of more than 20 books and young adults for children and young adults, including picture books, novels, and nonfiction. During the course of her career, Pinckney has launched many high-profile publishing and entertainment entities, including Hyperion Books for Children, Disney Publishing's Jump at the Sun imprint, the first African-American children's book imprint at a major publishing company. Pinckney's work includes such award-winning titles as Sit In, How Four Friends Stood Up by Sitting Down, illustrated by Brian Pinckney, published by Little Brown and Company. Sojourner Truth's Step, Stomp, Stride, illustrated by Brian Pinckney, published by Disney's Jump at the Sun Books. Let It Shine, Stories of Black Women Freedom Fighters, illustrated by Stephen Alcorn and published by Harcourt. Also a Coretta Scott King Author Honor Book. And Duke Ellington, The Piano Prince and His Orchestra, illustrated by Brian Pinckney, published by Hyperion Books for Children, a Caldecott Honor and Coretta Scott King Honor Book. Will the Mayhill Arbuthnot Honor Lecture Award Chair Susan Moore and her committee please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your work. Next is the Mildred L. Batchelder Award, which honors an American publisher of the most outstanding title, originally published in a language other than English in a country other than the United States, and subsequently translated into English for publication in the United States. There are 2 Batchelder honor books. This year's honor books are A Game for Swallows, To Die, To Leave, To Return, published by Graphic Universe, a division of Lerner Publishing Group, Inc., written and illustrated by Xenia Abiraked and translated by Edward Gowan. And Son of a Gun, published by Erdman's Books for Young Readers, an imprint of William B. Erdman's Publishing Companies, written and illustrated by Anne DeGraff. This year's Mildred L. Batchelder Award goes to My Family for the War, published by Dial Books, an imprint of Penguin Group USA, written by Anne C. Vanderhoof and translated by Tammy Reichel. Originally published in Germany, this is the story of 11-year-old Ziska, a Protestant who flees Nazi Germany via the Kindertransport because of her Jewish heritage. When she joins an Orthodox Jewish household in London, she gains a new family for the duration of the war and beyond. Will the Mildred L. Batchelder Award Chair Jean Hatfield and her committee please stand and be recognized? Thank you. I would now like to present the Robert F. Sibert Medal. The Sibert Medal honors the author and illustrator of the most distinguished informational book for children. Informational books are defined as those written and illustrated to present, organize, and interpret documentable factual material for children. The award is named to commemorate Robert F. Sibert, founder of Bound to Stay Bound Books, Inc. The committee chose 3 Sibert honor books. The first is Electric Ben, The Amazing Life and Times of Benjamin Franklin, written and illustrated by Robert Byrd and published by Dial Books for Young Readers, a division of the Penguin Young Readers Group. The second is Moonbird, A Year on the Wind with the Great Survivor B-95, written by Philip M. Huth and published by Farrar Straus Giroux Books for Young Readers. And finally, the third honor book is Titanic, Voices from the Disaster, written by Deborah Hopkinson and published by Scholastic Press, an imprint of Scholastic Inc. And now, I'm pleased to announce that the winner of the Robert F. Sibert Medal for the most distinguished informational book is Bomb, The Race to Build and Steal the World's Most Dangerous Weapon, written by Stephen Sheinkin and published by Flashpoint, an imprint of Roaring Brook Press. Bomb, The Race to Build and Steal the World's Most Dangerous Weapon is a riveting thriller told in 3 parallel stories: the race against time to build the world's most powerful weapon, the determination to stop the Nazis from developing it first, and the stealthy efforts of the Soviet spies to steal the American plans. Will the Robert F. Sibert Medal Chair Kathy Meisner and her committee please stand and be recognized? Our next award is the Andrew Carnegie Medal for Excellence in Children's Video. The Carnegie Medal honors the most outstanding video production for children released in the previous year. The medal was established in 1991 with support from the Carnegie Corporation of New York. This year's winner of the Andrew Carnegie Medal for Excellence in Children's Video is Anna, Emma, and the Condors, produced by Katja Torneman. Anna and Emma, along with their parents, worked to bring the amazing and magnificent California condor back from the brink of extinction. This is a thought-provoking and visually splendid film, as special as the children and the birds at its heart. And now we see a short clip.
By 1982, there are only 22 California condors left in the world. The last wild condor was captured on Easter Sunday, 1987. The species was nearly extinct.
Gentle breezes cross the sky, whistling winds flowing by, freedom freely flying, smooth, relaxed.
When I see a condor, I feel like they know so much more than I do about living in the wild. I was a baby when I saw a condor for the first time. I'm pretty sure I thought they were kind of weird. Watch fly around in the sky. Some people think they're ugly, but I personally think they're really pretty.
Well, I probably saw a condor for the first time when I was about 2 or less, maybe. It's amazing that something that huge can have so much agility in the sky, you know?
Will the Andrew Carnegie Medal Notable Children's Videos Chair Mae Vissernoth and the members of her committee please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Next is the Laura Ingalls Wilder Medal, which honors an author-illustrator whose books have made a substantial and lasting contribution to literature for children. This year's recipient is Catherine Patterson. Catherine Patterson was born in China in 1932 to missionary parents and grew up in the American South, moving 18 times before she was 18 years old. After graduating from King College in Bristol, Tennessee, she herself became a missionary in Japan. She returned to the U.S. to attend the Union Theological Seminary in New York, where she met and married John Patterson, a Presbyterian minister. Her first book, The Sign of the Chrysanthemum, was published in 1973. Will the Laura Ingalls Wilder Chair, Martha V. Paravano, and members of her committee please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Our next award is the Theodor Seuss Geisel Award. The Theodor Seuss Geisel Award honors the author and illustrator of a book for beginning readers who demonstrate great creativity and imagination in their literary and artistic achievements to engage children in reading. The award is named for the world-renowned children's author Theodor Geisel, also known as Dr. Seuss. The award committee has selected 3 Geisel honor books, and this year's honor books include Let's Go for a Drive, written and illustrated by Mo Willems, published by Hyperion Books for Children, an imprint of Disney Book Group. Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons, written by Eric Litwin and created and illustrated by James Dean, and published by HarperCollins Children's Books, a division of HarperCollins Publishers. And Rabbit and Robot, The Sleepover, written and illustrated by C.C. Bell and published by Candlewick Press. This year's Theodor Seuss Geisel Award goes to Up, Tall, and High, written and illustrated by Ethan Long and published by G.P. Putnam's Sons, a division of the Penguin Young Readers Group. A bevy of birds perform a play in 3 acts while teaching the concepts of up, tall, and high. The large font, the word repetition, occasional rhyming, and simple but clever illustrations support the reader's effort to read independently. Children will delight in reading additional words hidden beneath thick flaps. Will the Theodor Seuss Geisel Award Chair Carla D. Morris and members of her committee please stand and be recognized? And now for the announcements of the oldest and most widely known awards, the Caldecott and Newbery medals. First awarded in 1938 in honor of the 19th century English illustrator Randolph Caldecott, the Caldecott Medal is awarded to the artist of the most distinguished American picture book for children published in the previous year. This year we celebrate 75 years of the Randolph Caldecott Medal. This year's committee has chosen 5 Caldecott honor books. Okay, here we go. Creepy Carrots, illustrated by Peter Brown, written by Aaron Rillins, and published by Simon & Schuster Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Simon & Schuster Children's Publishing Division. Extra Yarn, illustrated by John Klassen, written by Mac Barnett, and published by Baltzer and Bray, an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers. Green, illustrated and written by Laura Vaccaro Seeger, and published by Neil Porter Books, an imprint of Roaring Brook Press. One Cool Friend, illustrated by David Small, written by Tony Buzzio, and published by Dial Books for Young Readers, a division of the Penguin Young Readers Group. And the 5th honor book this year is Sleep Like a Tiger, illustrated by Pamela Zarozinski, written by Mary Logue, and published by Houghton Mifflin Books for Children, an imprint of Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Publishing Company. Okay. The winner of this year's Randolph Caldecott Medal for Outstanding Illustrations for a Children's Book is This Is Not My Hat. Illustrated and written by John Klassen and published by Candlewick Press. This is so much fun. In this darkly humorous tale, a tiny fish knows it's wrong to steal a hat. It fits him just right. But the big fish wants the hat back. Klassen's controlled palette, opposing narratives, and subtle cues compel readers to follow the fish and imagine the consequence. Will the Randolph Caldecott Medal Chair Sandra Mdecki and the members of her committee please stand and be recognized? Thank you for all your good work. And finally, the John Newbery Medal. First awarded in 1922 and named after the 18th century British bookseller John Newbery, this medal is awarded annually to the author of the most distinguished book for children published during the previous year. 3 titles have been named Newbery Honor Books, and they are Splendors and Glooms, written by Laura Amy Schlitz and published by Candlewick Press. Bomb, The Race to Build and Steal the World's Most Dangerous Weapon, written by Stephen Sheinkin, published by Flashpoint, an imprint of Roaring Brook Press. And 3 Times Lucky, written by Sheila Turnage and published by Dial Books for Young Readers, a division of the Penguin Readers Group. Well, it's almost over. And now the winner of this year's John Newbery Medal for the year's most distinguished contribution to American literature for children is the one and only Ivan. Written by Catherine Applegate, illustrated by Patricia Castellao, and published by HarperCollins Books, a division of HarperCollins Publishers. Ivan's transformatic emergence from the ape at Exit 8 to the one and only Ivan, mighty silverback, comes to life through the gorilla's own distinctive narrative voice, which is filled with wry humor, deep emotion, and thought-provoking insights into the natures of friendship, hope, and humanity. Will the John Newbery Medal Chair Stephen Engelfried and his committee please stand and be recognized? Thank you all so very much. And I want to thank again all the committees and their chairs for making today's announcements possible. We couldn't have done it without you. Congratulations to all of you on a job well done. And for more information, detailed information regarding winners, please visit the Youth Media Awards press kit at ala.org/YMA. Thank you for attending today's award program. And again, I welcome each of you to take a press release located on the tables. And please be sure to take your personal items with you. Thank you so much.